Thursday night. It's almost beatdown time for Big Blue. But before we get to that, we're answering your fit. What, Dave? They are. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, they gotta get whooped.
No, I thought you were saying that the Giants were about to
no.
beat down the 49ers.
Oh, no, certainly not. Certainly not. But everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to our live stream on Thursday night. We're here until about 8:10 p.m. Eastern, right up until kickoff, getting your lineup set, getting you ready for the game. If you have any questions, no Brandon Ayuk tonight, no Saquon Barkley tonight. But yes, Alfredo Brown is here, host of the Fantasy Football Show for Football Guys. And you can see at the Pretend GM, which is a very cool Twitter handle, on Twitter or on X. And welcome, Alfredo. Great to have you on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for shouting out the Twitter handle. I got to say, it's probably one of the top 3 coolest things I've ever done. So I'm glad I can just hold on to that handle.
Ooh, what are the other 2?
Oh, I have no idea.
Think about it. Well, yes, it is a very good Twitter handle. So we're just here to answer questions tonight and get some lineup set. And let's do it. Alexander Madison or Gabe Davis. I'm going to do my best to click on these, but they come in very quickly and I missed them. So Alexander Madison or Gabe Davis, I think it was half PPR.
I'm letting our guests go first.
Have we gotten word if Cam Akers is actually going to be on the field for this week?
I'm assuming that he's not, but that's just an assumption. Probably something that we might learn tomorrow. So let's say that he's not, because I think if he is, then it's a pretty easy call to go with Gabe.
Yeah.
But if there's no Akers, then what do you do?
If there is Akers.
No Akers.
No, if there's no Akers, I actually was thinking this was going to be a get right game for Alex Madison as long as he could still continue to get volume. So I'd probably lean Madison there.
Yeah. Najee Harris or Zach Moss?
I'm going Harris. Like the matchup a lot better for him. He's not going to be as exhausted as his defensive teammates will be going into this game against the Raiders. And the Raiders' run defense, do you know exactly how many yards they gave up to Buffalo's running backs last week?
No,
just on the ground.
180?
Almost 180 with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think Najee's got a great shot to score and probably get like 15 carries for 50 yards. That's pretty good for him.
That's not that good. That you're starting that over Zach Moss? 50 yards?
I don't think Zach's starting. Or I'm sorry. I know he's starting. I don't think he's scoring.
So what's made me nervous about Najee is that he just hasn't been getting that volume that normally helps him. At least Zach Moss, he's getting the touches, and we saw with Minshew, he's even getting receptions as well. So I actually lean Moss there.
Now, Alfredo, when you do your shows for Football Guys, does anybody ever eat on the air?
No.
It's a little.
What? I'm having some organic mint Oreo frozen yogurt.
Oh, that sounds
your frozen yogurt. It's always with that stuff. Should I start Tutu Atwell over Christian Kirk in PPR?
Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm leaning Tutu there.
I did the work on Kirk today. No pun intended.
Kirk.
You guys saw last week that Jacksonville went pass heavy against Kansas City. They didn't run the ball very much. I think a lot of Kirk's targets were extended run type plays. Mm-hmm. He had a pretty decent ADOT on 2 of his 14 targets. The other ones were all very close to the line of scrimmage, and he didn't do a whole lot with them. And my guess is, and this is just a guess, is that the Jaguars are going to go back to trying to run the ball a little bit more. Doug Peterson after the game seemed a little sad, upset that he didn't do enough running, especially when they had a 1st and goal at the 1. I think Kirk actually sees his numbers go down a lot this week.
I think I'm going to go Kirk here, but that's cool. But Zay Jones missed practice. If Zay Jones doesn't play, I'm definitely going Christian Kirk. I don't know if that would change anything for you guys.
That would make some sense.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert or Sam Laporta?
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas still by a little bit. Yeah.
I'm ready for Dallas Goedert to have.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I think so.
They tried their little hearts out last Thursday.
There is almost no chance that AJ Brown isn't having a big game, right?
I know.
Right?
After how mad he was, yeah.
It makes me a little nervous about Devontae Smith.
Well, attack on the matchup against Tampa Bay, and it just makes sense that they have some good games through the air, which helps Goddard.
From Cameron, I need a flex. Jalen Warren, Tank Dell, Devontae Parker, or Sky Moore. PPR.
Did you get a chance to watch Tank Dell, Alfredo?
I haven't yet, but I actually do still lean towards him because I do think this is going to be a very pass-heavy matchup for the Texans going against Jacksonville. Like this could be one of those where it's a boat race. I think Jacksonville gets out ahead early. They try to run a lot. That's why I've got ETN ranked really high, but I think Tank Dell is kind of a sneaky play out of these four.
Yeah, I was hoping that you had, because I'd like to know what you saw. I haven't watched him,
I
but I
watched.
love the volume last week. And we know that he's super fast. He's got the most upside of these four.
I didn't specifically watch him. I watched just all of the dropbacks for CJ Stroud and really just was blown away by Nico Collins.
Yeah.
That guy really looks just terrific. Ford or Kelly, what's it going to be? So I'm thinking the matchups are tough here. Ford has Tennessee, and Kelly has Minnesota, which isn't as tough, but yeah, what do we got?
I'm going Kelly.
How come?
I mean, Kelly here going up against, we just saw Minnesota give up 175 rushing yards to DeAndre Swift. And I think the big problem with Kelly last week was just not getting any of the catches. Whereas Jerome Ford, yeah, he's going to be one of those guys that's just like a volume play, right? He's going to be one of those low end running back twos. I think he'll probably get about 15 touches, but Tennessee just keeps beating down on these running backs. And that Cleveland offense just isn't good. Like they're just not.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say I have Ford a little higher than Kelly right now, and I don't feel great about it, but I do feel good about what Ford can contribute as a pass catcher, whereas I don't think Kelly's going to get very many targets at all.
Well, that Minnesota Los Angeles game has a 54-point implied total right now. That seems to be the game of the week with just tons of scores. So if there's an opportunity for Joshua Kelly to actually be good and work out for fantasy managers, it's this week.
What a coincidence, Adam. He said it's the game of the week.
The game of the week. Yeah. I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed in the turnout tonight, Dave. Like not that many people here. And I don't know about you, but I tweeted the wrong link. So it's definitely my fault. So I'm going to let you guys put a question up and I'm going to read it. Do you want to answer the wide receiver question?
Yeah, let's do that. It's Lockett, Hopkins, Dotson, or Flowers if St. Brown doesn't play. So wait a minute. I think St. Brown's going to play.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to think they won't.
He practiced in full today, right? I don't think there's anything indicating this guy's got a lot of good options at wide receiver. St. Brown, Flowers is one of my favorite starts this week.
Mm-hmm.
Lockett is still a good start. I don't think I'm starting Hopkins this week at all. This is one of the weird times where he's not a must start. Dotson either.
I think Hopkins could have a week like he did in week 1, but that doesn't mean that I would start him either. I'd go Lockett over all these guys.
Hayden Hurst or Pat Freiermuth?
Muth.
Yeah, Freiermuth. Pretty easy.
As gross as that is. He's gross. Hurst is grosser.
Brock Purdy or Daniel Jones or Baker Mayfield?
I'd go with the beast incarnate, Brock Purdy.
Where does that nickname come from for him?
You are not a wrestling fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which is probably a good thing. But that's the nickname that Brock Lesnar has.
Oh, okay.
Bestowed on him by the great Paul Heyman, who I'm sure you have no clue who I'm.
Nope.
I'm just going to stop talking now.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like those are all legendary people.
Would you start Trevor Lawrence or?
I'm going Trevor.
Me too.
Justin Fields or Geno Smith, 4-point.
Geno.
I think I'm willing to ride one more time with Justin Fields this week. I'll probably regret it, but I think the 4-point is what swayed me.
DJ Moore, George Pickens, or Garrett Wilson, PPR?
I believe I have Moore ranked at the top of this group.
I have Pickens at the top. It's not pretty, but I've got him at wide receiver 25. The Raiders secondary is just not good. And if there's no Deontay Johnson again,
there isn't.
Pickens, he got the most targets in the game of his career last week. So yeah, I'm just willing to lean towards that volume and hope he can continue to make a play.
What do you do though when you see a receiver get 10 targets, catch only 4 of them, and then only one of the 4 is really, really great, but the other 3 are kind of crumbs?
I know it wasn't.
It's not great.
But
is it any different than these other receivers? Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, like they're all kind of in the same boat. I mean, bad quarterback play.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Wilson here. Yeah,
great. We have 3 different answers.
Yeah, exactly. We did not help that person.
Mostert or DJ Moore in PPR?
Love Mostert.
Mostert.
Raheem the Dream.
Dave seems like the coolest dad in the neighborhood.
Darn tootin'.
Yeah, you're so cool, Mr. Richard.
Oh, please call me Dave.
Gino, Love, or Richardson?
I don't think Richardson's playing, so let's go Gino.
Gino.
Mm-hmm. Rashad White, Swift, Pittman, Kelly, or Gibbs? Pick 2 running backs and 1 flex. Oh.
I think it's got to be Gibbs and Swift. We should probably talk about those Eagles running backs.
Yeah. I don't think it has to be Swift. I
was gonna say.
I think I'm gonna go Gibbs and Kelly, Dave. I'm a little nervous about Swift.
Because Gainwell's back.
Yeah, I just have no idea. Well, first of all, the game against Minnesota, I don't know that you're going to see a defense play that kind of alignment again all year. I mean, it was like, I'm a big DeAndre Swift believer, but anyone could have had a successful day. But I have to start Swift. I have like a Barkley league where I'm starting Swift and an Eckler league where I'm starting Swift. But yeah, I mean, I am much more certain of Joshua Kelly's role than DeAndre Swift's. And while I know Swift is a better player, I'm going to go with Gibbs and Kelly here. And
then who's your flex?
Pittman.
So you're sitting Swift altogether.
I like these options for the record. I don't dislike Swift, but I like these other options.
I think I'm going to agree with Adam.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Well, I mean, if Gardner Minshew is starting, he was targeting the heck out of Michael Pittman once he got in there. It was
he did
39% target share. And then I already told you I like Josh Kelly, and then Gibbs with no Montgomery this week. Yeah, those have got to be my guys. Swift scares the crap out of me.
He's scary, but boy, was he good last week. It is a tougher matchup against Tampa Bay, no doubt about it. But I think he stays the lead guy for Philadelphia. It won't be like it was last week. Could be 50-50. But I think he just has that upside and that breakaway. We're not even talking about Rashad White here, who is going to be the main guy for Tampa.
Eagles
rough matchup, and I don't want to trust him if I don't have to. Yeah, I'm sticking with Swift with Gibbs and Pittman.
Fields or Purdy? Who are you going with?
Justin Fields.
Fields.
I feel like Purdy, we've talked about this on our show. His floor is 20 fantasy points and his ceiling is 20 fantasy points. And he should have had 20. He should have had a lot more than 20 fantasy points last week, but he should have had 20. The touchdown throw to Debo was ruled a lateral.
True.
Debo screened it.
Does not have Ayuk. I almost feel like we're completely skipping over that pretty important fact. So we're saying Fields here. George Kittle or Hunter Henry? I like Kittle this week.
I like him a lot without Ayuk there.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels like this is his breakout game. We talked about it for A.J. Brown. I think it's Kittle's turn tonight.
This is what Kittle does. He doesn't have any average games. He's either garbage or he's hot. So he's hot. He's hot garbage, Dave. But he's either hot or he's garbage. George Kittle. Kenny Pickett or Ryan Tannehill this week? Ooh, that face from Alfredo. Did not like this question.
No.
It's a super flex question.
Yeah, I know, but ew. I'm gonna go Kenny Pickett here. I'm not happy about it, but I'll go Kenny Pickett. The Browns are, I believe, second best against quarterbacks, allowing the second fewest fantasy points. Just not excited about Tannehill.
Ingram.
I'm not excited about either guy.
Ingram or Waller?
Waller.
Darren Waller tonight.
Pick 2, DJ Moore, Nico Collins, Damian Pierce, or Josh Kelly?
PPR, I'm going to go Kelly and Collins here.
I think I have more ranked ahead of Kelly in PPR. So give me the receivers.
Okay. That's Dave being the coolest dad in town thing. Were you like buddies with your son's friends?
I definitely am.
Yeah.
One of his friends was at our house 2 nights ago.
Just
talking to us about how he's going to start a food truck business.
Oh, cool.
Shout out Chris Bush.
Listen, I got a winning idea here. Okay. It's a food truck idea. You can steal it. I'm never going to put it into motion. You can steal it. It's a healthy, it's a smoothie food truck. Okay. And I think you can make this a charitable, like a nonprofit endeavor, and you can get local grocery stores to donate to you what they have to throw out, or a restaurant or something. And instead of ice cream trucks, poisoning our kid, not poisoning. Instead of ice cream trucks being the only option, what about a nice, healthy smoothie truck? They're delicious. Kids
with
like
rotten fruit.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No. The fruit, fine. No,
This is like perfect for Oscar the Grouch.
You freeze it. I think it's a winning idea. I think we need more of these healthy options on trucks. Every truck is greasy food or ice cream or something like that. We need a healthy smoothie truck to go around for our children.
Oh, so, darn it, I just spilled on my shirt.
I agree with this, Adam. I agree with this take.
Someone steal it. Go ahead. Would you drop Jacoby Myers for JSN, Alexander Madison, or Cam Akers?
Now I'm going to think about what we call the trash fruit smoothie truck.
I don't know.
That's interesting that Madison's on a waiver wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would go JSN here, but that's more so for going for the long play. I just don't want any part of that Vikings backfield. Right. And JSN, his role is just going to keep growing as the season goes on.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Okay. This is a funny comment, but let's see if I can find it here. Adam seems like a bubble bath guy. Steve seems like a shower.
Oh, Casey, if you only knew. I always like it when everybody sends us those excessive compliments. That helps get your question read on the show.
Okay. Fields or Tua, PPR?
Tua. Oh, but it's PPR.
Yeah, let's say I don't think part matters. I'm going Tua.
We always make that dumb joke every time somebody does it. They just want their question answered.
Play, by the way,
I'm still okay with it. If there's any coach that knows how to use his players, it's going to be Mike McDaniel. We saw Tua drive the field with Durham Smythe and River Craycraft against the Patriots, so I'm fine with it.
First person to get ill from the food truck. It's your fault. Your fault or not, you're getting sued. All right, so we don't have to use rotten fruit here, but I'm saying
they can't prove it.
Yeah, they can't prove it. That's exactly right. Most are Mayfield or Fields. Which field are you on here?
Which field?
Justin.
Okay. Addison, Kirk, Dotson, or Tank Dell?
Addison.
I'm with you, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His role keeps growing every single week. I know he's had touchdowns in back-to-back weeks, but his snap share keeps going up. And like we said, this is going to be a shootout game. Addison.
He only played 4 more snaps in week 2 than week 1, but there's so much
progress,
untapped potential with him.
There's a pretty big jump in percentage, though. I think it went from
it was
to 69%. And the Chargers are getting killed by deep balls and big plays. I mean, 70 yards to Treylon Burks, something like 40 or 50 yards to Chris Moore. That was just week 2. Obviously, Miami tore them up. Judy or Nico Collins, half PPR?
Nico.
It's hard not to start Nico right now.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Mike Williams, DK Metcalf. How much yogurt do you have, bro?
I mean, it's all in this handy mug. It's in a big container next to the mug.
A never-ending mug of yogurt.
Never-ending yogurt.
Oh wow! When was the last time you saw that?
Beautiful.
Never-ending story. You've never seen the Never-ending story?
Never seen Never-ending story.
It's one of the worst movies ever. I watched it. I don't know.
It looks terrifying, to be honest.
It's terrifying. It's just one of those. You go this. This was the 80s, people. They made these movies. They existed, and they were really popular, and they're terrible. All right. Anyway, who are we starting? 2 of these guys in full PPR. Waddle if he's healthy. If not, who?
It's Waddle and DK if Waddle's healthy. And if DK's healthy, he says he is. I'd go Mike Williams over Zay Flowers.
Yep. Full agreement.
I have what I thought was a tough decision, but you guys might not. Mike Williams versus Puka Nacua.
Oh, I go with Pookie Kookie.
Pookie Kookie. Yeah, I'm going Puka there.
Literally spent like 2 hours the other day saying nothing but made up nicknames for Puka Nacua.
I've heard some really good ones.
Yeah, Pukachu and Puka Doncic are the 2 best ones I've got.
I've heard Puka Nukem.
Puka Nukem.
That's also a pretty good one.
That's good.
And Pukachu was the other one, yeah.
Someone just wrote, this doesn't even rhyme or anything, but he said Puka Nacua, it means no worries. And I thought
people are trying to use Hakuna Matata for Puka Nacua, and no one's really been able to pull it off yet.
Pukachu, though, would work.
Pukachu works. He should trademark the hell out of that. Or maybe I should.
We call Dan Schneider Puka Nacua. Dave, are you reversing course on your Sean Tucker stash? And
Definitely not. No.
Madison, Warren, or Kelly?
I'm also not reversing course on the Warren stash either. Hang on to both those guys as long as you can. I have Madison over Kelly right now, so I better say Madison.
Ooh, I'm going Kelly.
Kelly for me.
Yeah.
Should I start CJ Stroud over Fields and Richardson?
Should probably start him over Richardson.
Yeah. Richardson's going to get you a 0.
Yeah.
You can start Richard or Richardson. One of the two.
By the way, Josh Kelly has 1 target in each of the first 2 games. So he needs some catches.
Yes.
It's not like he's not running routes. They're just not throwing it to him. So
correct. That's fair.
No, but look, they're not throwing it to him. That is a point against him.
Fact. Yes.
But it'd be more concerning if he weren't at all involved in the passing game. So it wouldn't surprise me if he had 3 or 4 catches.
They might pull him off the field in passing down situations. They might just go 3 and 2.
Oh, well, maybe. Got to get John Parham out there.
They like him.
Let's see. What are we doing here? What does Alfredo think of baked burgers and Christian Kirk or Josh Kelly?
Well, now I just have to. What is a baked burger? I'm assuming this is just.
You put it in
me. This is me spending the next 30 seconds eating frozen yogurt. Take it away, Adam.
You put a baked burger. You have a patty and you put it in the oven instead of anywhere else. That's how you cook it.
Have you guys had this? Is it better?
Yes. Yeah. One of the answers.
I feel so uncultured right now.
No, I don't have a grill. I'm not allowed to have a grill where I live. I don't really like cooking burgers on the stovetop. I'm terrible at it. So, and it was 4th of July and I was making 10 different things. And so I put a lot of that. I put the burgers in the oven and they just happened to, they were really good, but everybody makes fun of me for baking burgers now. So.
It's called meatloaf. Meatloaf is what it's called, not baked burgers.
Are we going Kelly over? I think I'm going to go Kirk over Kelly.
I think I'd lean Kelly.
Kelly over Kirk.
If Zay Jones is out, I might lean Kirk over Kelly. True. It's one of those you're gonna have to wait till game day morning.
You know what? That's fair. I agree.
Drake London or Jerry Jeudy?
I believe I have London higher.
I do too.
Who would you rather have in half PPR? Dalton Kincaid, Sam Laporta, or Luke Musgrave?
Pick your rookie tight end. I'll pick Laporta.
I'm right there with you. Laporta, 5 targets in each of the last 2 games. He's just showing that he's part of that passing offense no matter what.
5 catches, right?
5 catches, excuse me, yes. But I think it's 5 catches. It's like 10 catches on 11 targets. Something he's been ridiculously efficient.
Yeah, actually, I'm keeping an eye on Dawson Knox because if Dawson Knox is out, he hasn't practiced yet this week. I might go Kincaid there. If not, Laporta for sure. Pick 2 in PPR: T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, or Mike Williams. And this is going to be tough because you don't know. I think I'm just going to sit Higgins if we don't know Burrow's status.
Burrow actually sounded optimistic, and he actually, I believe, he practiced limited basis.
I don't think so. You would know better than I would, but I didn't.
I'm gonna look it up.
I know when they asked him, he just said, "We'll see," and just left everything very cryptic for us.
He was dressed for practice today, and according to the official injury report, he did not practice. Wait, that was Thursday. Wait, today's Thursday.
Today is Thursday. Practice. You're doing great.
Thank you.
It was their first practice of the week. So.
It was their first practice.
Doing great. I love it. Let's see. Okay. Alfredo looks like Adam from the multiverse, wherein Adam makes way better hair and skin choices. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. You do have much better hair than I do. Absolutely. Skin, I can't say a word. Yeah. London or Watson this week if Christian Watson plays?
London. I'm really scared of. I love Christian Watson as a player. I'm really scared of him coming back this week off the hamstring. And the Packers are finally going up against a tough defensive opponent with the Saints.
And I don't believe he practiced on Thursday. I will double check that.
However, it was apparently in the works for him to practice Wednesday and rest Thursday.
Okay, so let's see what happens on Friday.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just tweeting this link again. Dave, have you retweeted the link yet?
Nope.
Well, maybe you should.
I tweeted the correct link the first time, comma, you idiot.
Is that me? Who the hell is that?
That's the character from.
That's the kid.
Wait, is that me on the bottom?
It looks fun. It looks photoshopped. That's how bad this movie is. The whole movie looks photoshopped.
It was in the 80s.
Alfredo, rotten fruit smoothie or frozen yogurt, and Sanders or Addison in PPR flex.
Definitely frozen yogurt over rotten fruit smoothie that's been given away. Sanders or Addison, PPR flex. This is going to be tough because Bryce Young's not expected to play this week. And so the Panthers might lean really heavily on Sanders. But I just like the upside of Addison a lot more this week. I don't know. Dave, where do you sit with this one?
I think I'm going to go with Addison because Miles Sanders hasn't shown a whole lot over the first 2 weeks of the season. And I actually think Dalton might be better for this Panthers offense right now than Bryce Young.
Sure.
So maybe that could end up helping Miles Sanders, but I also think Dalton has kind of evolved into a YOLO thrower. And so he'll look downfield and he'll make some ill-advised throws. I don't think he's going to check it down quite as much as maybe he would have a couple of years ago. It's worth checking into, though. Maybe that does save Miles Sanders a little bit.
Look at this comment. And Dave, ask me what I had for dinner last night.
You had ice cream trucks for dinner?
I did. I had soft serve ice cream for dinner last night out of an ice cream truck. So don't tell me that I hate ice cream trucks. I love ice cream trucks. And also, I am not suggesting rotten fruit. I just think if we made this a non-profit, we could get some donations of non-rotten.
You're going to get non-profit, all right. Come eat my brown banana smoothie.
Khalil Herbert, Jalen Warren, or A.J. Dillon? PBR.
So we did see Aaron Jones back at practice today.
Yeah.
We think he's on track to play. That crushes A.J. Dillon. Not that Dillon was an exciting start to begin with. I think I'd lean Warren.
I think so too. I like that matchup against the Raiders. I really like Khalil Herbert, but just nothing is happening with this Bears rushing attack, and the Bears weird me out this week. I like Jalen.
You guys ever play Russian Attack on Nintendo?
Yes, I remember that game.
Very difficult game. I was just think it was like Russia, but it was not. It was Rush.
No, it was Rush and Attack.
Yeah, but in attack with an N. Jerome Ford or
that was their way of getting around,
Dave, consider Miles Davis. Jerome Ford or Miles Davis? Miles Sanders?
Is it Miles Sanders? Is it Mike Davis?
I'm starting Jerome Ford is cool. Consider me Miles Davis.
I'd go with Sanders if he meant Miles Sanders over Jerome Ford.
Pittman or Addison?
Addison.
I gotta check. Of course,
Addison.
Alfredo has no idea what's going on right now. This is great.
I'm very scared.
That's the point. That was scary music for Pittman, but it was a trick. I'm going Addison.
I've got Pittman one spot ahead, so I guess the rankings say Pittman.
Jordan Love against the Saints or Daniel Jones tonight, or CJ Stroud or Sam Howell or Jimmy Garoppolo.
I would do anything for Love, including start him over Jones.
I love the Saints defense. They haven't faced a good offense in like a year and a half. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but they face a lot of bad offenses. And they're without Marcus May, who's a starting safety that plays every snap for them.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have great options here. So go with Jordan Love.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. I can't believe Dan has never seen Predator. I know, it's pathetic. Dan's pathetic. Breida or Dotson in flex, half PPR.
Dotson
as well, yeah.
I don't know if I can answer Matt Breida to a single fantasy question.
No.
Other than who do I not start between Matt Breida and blank, and then you can put any name you want in the blank. Then your answer is Breida.
Wait,
coolest dad in the neighborhood right here.
Well, okay, I'm being told by producer Thomas Schaefer that it was my face on the kid in Neverending Story. Just like, where did you get that picture? I don't understand.
There's an app that you can like put somebody's face on. Anybody's like any photo you download, you can put their face on it, and that's what I did. That looks exactly like you.
That is when people tell me I look like Henry Rowan Gardner. Like that picture right there is I look exactly.
That looks like one of the kids from American Pie.
That's Henry.
That's Henry Rowan Gardner. All grown up.
It's amazing. Same kid.
It's him. It's me.
He grew up to become. Wow, I almost said something really bad.
Nacua or Devontae Smith? Devontae Smith.
I'm still going Devontae.
Devontae, yeah.
Oh, here's the one I was looking for. Dave, you lost weight. Friar well, he's trying to comment.
I just put it back on with the 2 tubs of frozen yogurt I just ate.
Friar Booth or you're finally out of it. No, I bet you have some more in that Cowboys helmet behind you. Go ahead and
this is a very important Cowboys helmet, as you know.
I do know that. Friar Booth or Jake Ferguson?
Friarmouth.
The rotten food truck could be called FFP today, where FFP stands for free food poisoning. Taysom Hill or Dalton Kincaid?
If it's non-PPR, I'll take Hill. If it's half PPR or more, Kincaid.
I feel like it's just cheap to start Taysom Hill, but it still works. I can never in good conscience put Taysom Hill in my starting lineup and feel good about it.
Baked burgers were actually better than I expected. Should I trade James Cook for Drake London and DJ Moore? It's a 3-receiver flex league. I have Jacobs, ETN, Stevenson, and Pierce, so he'd be getting London and Moore for James Cook.
If you're getting offered that, you take that.
Yeah.
Really? Because those guys are pretty damn frustrating.
They are, but they give you good depth at receiver. You're already loaded at running back. And we've talked about James Cook enough. He's good, but he's not going to score a lot of touchdowns. And you're selling him sky high after basically his best game as a pro.
Have you considered selling Ramondre Stevenson for a better wide receiver than London or Moore?
I think if you could pull it off, you could.
And keeping Cook, you could maybe go that route.
Should, I should say. Could.
With this one here. Dan is greater than Adam. I don't think that's true at all. I don't know.
And then somehow you choose this question to answer.
Yeah, pick 2 made me laugh. Pick 2 PPR. Lockett, Mostert, Kirk, Addison, DJ Moore, and then Waller. We're gonna go Waller over Laporta, but who are the 2 receivers we're going with?
The first 2.
Yep. Lockett
and Mose. Raheem.
Tutu Atwell or Rashad White?
I think I like Tutu.
Oh.
Yeah, I like Atwell.
I think I'm going Tutu.
Atwell Foley.
Me too.
Pick 2 half PPR. Lockett, Judy, Addison.
And more.
Oh. Yeah, my bad. Lockett, Judy, Moore, Addison. Lockett and Addison for me.
Same.
I'll do Lockett and Moore.
Okay, Alfredo and I have been agreeing just an absurdly.
I don't even have rankings. I'm just agreeing to whatever you say.
Same, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Dave looks like he always has white Skechers on. Who would you? Are you streaming Taysom Hill over anyone in a 14-team league?
Yeah, I'll stream him over some dudes. We already talked about him over Kincaid in a non-PPR. Would you like some names in a full PPR?
Yeah.
Sure, that would be great, Dave. Okay, here we go. Chigo Okonkwo, Juwan Johnson, Hayden Hurst, Dalton Schultz, Mike Gesicki, and Kylan. That's my grandson.
I don't know what that's from.
Richard Christie. You don't even know who that is.
No, I do not know who that is.
That's probably for the best.
Who would you play Matt Breida in a weekly salary cap week?
Weekly, so like DFS?
I would.
I mean, you'd be different. Let me tell you what they did in Week 18 last year. They used Breida for 2 series, and then on the 3rd series, it was Brightwell.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're probably going to get more Gary Brightwell than everyone's expecting this week. That's also what they did last year, too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I meant to say last year. Week 18 last year. Breida for each of the first 2 series, Brightwell after that. So they didn't have designed roles for their running backs. Just here's your series, and then here's your series. 2-1 in favor of Breida. I don't want to start any Giants running back.
Breida, Pumpkin Eater. Right? Remember that? Peter, Pumpkin Eater. Remember? Yeah. Najee, Connor, and Ford. Who are we sitting here?
I'll sit Najee.
Yeah.
Schaefer loves my Breida Pumpkin Eater joke. Loved it. Elijah Mitchell, Tutu Atwell, Jerome Ford.
If he's still relevant by Halloween, you could have a field day with it. Yeah. Mitchell, Atwell, Ford. Oh, I mean, no one's serious about starting Elijah Mitchell, right?
Yeah, I was actually surprised that I thought it was a typo.
Yeah, I shouldn't have clicked that.
Tutu and Jerome.
Shouldn't have clicked that one, but we'll click Dan is better than Adam.
I did not click this one. This is not for me. Dave looks like a Division II assistant coach.
I'm enjoying all these Dave looks like, or I bet Dave has, or the ones that said that I lost weight. Those were the nicer ones. I like that.
Miles
What's
Sanders.
this dumb question?
Miles Sanders or Jerome Ford in PPR?
It's Sanders.
Dave, you didn't answer the shoes question though. Are you wearing white Skechers or
I have
white New
Skechers,
Balance?
but they are not white. I have white Noble shoes that I wear.
Oh,
Actually, I
are
need a new pair of shoes.
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, Nobles are good. Yeah,
They're okay. I need some new shoes. I got some Skechers and I actually don't like them. Sorry, Skechers. Wait, Skechers isn't a sponsor.
there might be. I never really criticize brands, so. Adam is better than everyone. That's great start too. Addison, Olave, Ridley, or Puka. Oh, that's so tough.
Even Alfredo did the head bob. Like, I don't know if Adam's better than everyone.
I think he was doing it at the other part of the question, but fine.
It's all of it. I'm just getting to know Adam.
Olave and Ridley.
I'm pretty great. Man, I think I
Yeah.
gotta go Olave and Ridley.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Are you guys on the Crocs bandwagon and start 2? Mostert, Gus, Pacheco, Javante?
Do they make Crocs in big sizes?
Probably.
I've never had Crocs.
I don't think it's much of a bandwagon anymore. If anything, I feel like they're on their way back down.
Really?
Crocs used to be cool, and now it's frowned upon if you wear them outdoors. Don't do that.
I've never had a pair.
My wife won't let me wear them outside of the house.
And yeah, we have to take our cues from the wives for sure. All right, Mostert, I think, is the easy one. Who's the second guy here?
I have Pacheco higher.
Then Mostert.
Highest.
Oh
No, Mostert the highest.
Okay.
My bad. Mostert and Pacheco.
As of right now, I have Pacheco higher, but he's also dealing with the hamstring injury, so I'm watching that going up to game time.
Okay. Schaefer's, yeah, that was a Schaefer suggestion here. PPR start 3: Olave, Pittman, DJ Moore, Dotson, and Reynolds.
First 3 for me.
Yeah.
First 3.
Guess how many fourth quarter targets Jahan Dotson has this year?
1.
Lower.
2.
No, see, I said lower.
You might have gone the wrong way.
What do you do here? Do you start Daniel Jones or do you drop him for Derek Carr or Howell and wait for Sunday?
Go get Howell and wait for Sunday.
Okay. An ice cream Sunday, a smoothie Sunday. Would you add?
Please.
Looking for,
moldy oranges for all.
The question was Baker Mayfield or Kenny Pickett? Who do you guys like?
Baker.
Yeah. Philly secondary can't stop anything.
Last one here. Dave looks like he eats cheese right off the block.
You're damn right.
Nacua, Gus, Devontae, or Nico? I guess we need 2.
Here we go. We can finally answer Nacua.
Yeah. I think it's Nacua and Devontae here.
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys. Alfredo, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Thanks for having me on. I learned so much about food and shoes and everything. This is great.
Yeah.
You learned nothing. Let's be real.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, everybody else learned. That's the important thing. Hey, if you're not too busy, hit that like button on your way out. We'd appreciate it. Good luck tonight. Enjoy the game. I'll be back with FFT in 5 right here on this YouTube stream after the game. And we'll talk to you tomorrow morning with Starter Sit for the NFC home games. And follow Alfredo at the Pretend GM. See you later.